The Sports Scouting Report with Lee Brecheen. Brought to you by Medine's Collision Center in Baton Rouge. Take control, choose Medine's. Grosse Savant Lodge, south of Lake Charles, the true sportsman's paradise. Treads and Care Company in Central, the tires you need, the service you want. Harvey Auto in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you have trusted for years. And Gage in Baton Rouge. Get better connected with Gage. Here's your host, Lee Brecheen.
Hi everyone, I'm Lee Brecheen. I'm the host of the Sports Scouting Report. Hope you're having a great day. Got a great show today. We've got Central Catholic High School. Coach Grogan's going to join us, former Patterson High School football player in the glory days. I mean, they've had some great players come out of Patterson, but he's the head coach at Central Catholic. We've got 3 recruits joining us from Central Catholic, all really big-time leaders. One's a D1 player, the other 2 play multiple sports. All 3 have a chance to play college at some level at a different sport, if not football, baseball, or another sport. We also are going to talk about recruiting and talk about the district and talk about everything that's going on in Morgan City. We'll be right back.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you. If you need a paint job or repairs to your vehicle, go see Medine's Collision Center located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on Kincaid Avenue. The number to call is 357-7983. That's 357-7983. Your Baton Rouge Accident Advisors.
Welcome back. Lee Brecheen, your host of Sports Scouting Report. I'd mentioned Central Catholic is our focus of our show today. And we've got the head coach that's going to join us, but he's going to come on after the recruits. So Coach brought 3 players with him today. I watched all 3 play on film. I actually watched them play Hanson in 2021. I watched them play a couple of other games in that tough district they had. But one of the first recruits to join us, this is not in any ranking, just so all the kids out there know, but any, mini, money, mo is how we did it. Caleb O'Con's joining us. Caleb, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Shortstop in baseball?
Yes, sir.
Quarterback in football. Is it a coincidence that you've got the strongest arm maybe in baseball since you're the quarterback?
I don't know if I have the strongest arm per se. I cover that ground I need to cover. So
I've got my notes on you right here. 5'10", 160-ish, depending on what, hamburger here and there. I mean, you might be 170 come September, like a lot of kids. Second year to start a quarterback coming up. And I've got you as a prospect. You could go to maybe a D2, D3 for football, but baseball, I haven't seen you in baseball. But I hear you're really good in baseball. So when this all ends, what would you like to do?
Personally, I'd rather play baseball, but
Okay.
I do love football. Football is awesome. It's a great sport to play. So really just play with the cards that are dealt.
And I hear Caleb, 1AA or better might be your route for baseball anyway, huh? Got a chance. Especially shortstops are hard to find. What is your strength as a quarterback? And then I'll ask you for shortstop, but quarterback, you got to know the plays.
All of the plays, and then knowing how to read the defense, especially when we do the RPOs and all. So just mainly noticing where everybody's going, how they're moving, what's coming. So
what do you think about running instead of throwing and doing a little bit of both?
I like to use my legs, but I've developed my arm a lot more for this year. So I personally think I would throw more than I ran last year.
And y'all have a great running offense. I know Coach Grogan's opening up a little bit. Yeah, a little more spread than the norm.
The normal, yeah.
But I know that the offense has been grinding some yards over the years. Y'all have a running back at Nicholls State right now that played at Central Catholic. I mean, y'all have produced a lot of running backs, 2 running backs that are at Nicholls from Central Catholic. But athlete-wise, y'all got a big running back who's going to join us later in the show. What do you think of Blackburn?
He's a heck of a dude. He gets it done when we need it.
Big guy.
Big guy.
It might be the biggest running back in the district, right?
I think so, yes.
The most athletic?
Oh, definitely. As long as he doesn't slip and fall.
And you don't have to tackle him.
Oh,
Because you're the quarterback. You just hand off
I
to
hand
him.
it off and let him run.
How easy does he make your job as a quarterback at Central Catholic?
So easy. We just need like 2 or 3 yards. I don't got to worry. Just
He's got
take
it.
Go.
Get a little maybe 2nd and 3 going, and
He'll probably get 10 yards every time.
so y'all have some other backs. I know that kind of rotate in. I know y'all got some good young skill guys. Gregory Hamer is a good young player, plays receiver corner. I know y'all have got yourself. You got a lot of good two-way linemen. Elijah Brown, it's a good player. Ethan Wiggins has been playing for a long time. Seems like 10 years, I think. The Wiggins family, what do they have had? About 5 players come through this. Vernon Singleton's a good player, receiver for you. What do you think of Vernon as a senior?
That's my number one. That's the person I always want to go to, especially just short yards, deep. I like throwing to him. I throw to him more than I throw to everybody.
Coach likes him a lot. You know, all-district player, 6'1", 165, can run. What do you think about him as a college prospect?
I think he'll be good. He kind of reminds me of Devontae Smith.
Yeah, from A-Meet.
Yeah.
Tall, lean, good hands.
That's what he reminds me of.
4'5" guy that can make the plays. And Coach loves his hands. He said he's got some great hands. He doesn't drop many balls.
Not often. When he does, I let him hear it, though.
I got to throw out your big guys because they don't ever get the love, right? So Angelo Viscard.
Angelo.
Big-time lineman for you. We mentioned Elijah Brown. These guys are 280, 290. Andrew Cavalier is going to be joining us. Probably one of the smaller linemen, but also plays defense.
No, he may be a small lineman, but
Tough.
he's strong.
Tough. Hitter. Big-time hitter.
I'm also glad I don't have to tackle him.
Don't
either.
tackle him.
Or get hit by him.
And long snapper, right?
Oh, yeah.
So one of the best long snappers in the district, in the state. Jack LaPerry's a good safety on the team. We're trying to throw out a lot of the kids. Ja'Cory Johnson is another good-looking player on the O-line and D-line. All you guys play O and D-line. A lot of respect for the big guys for doing that.
You gotta love the big guys. They protect me when I need it. So
They don't leave the field.
Yeah.
So Coach doesn't want you playing any D, right? They want to keep you pretty healthy. Play some D?
Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Little safety if needed.
Nothing else.
Anything you'd like to say to the Central Catholic community or anybody you want to give a shout out to?
All the fans that come to the games, just keep coming. We love to see y'all. We play for y'all. So thank you.
And baseball, football, that's interesting. We're going to have to keep up with you in baseball. All right, I got to ask you this before we leave. Favorite team to play in baseball? Favorite team to play in football? Let's start with baseball.
To play against?
Against.
Ooh, that's a hard one. I'd actually like to start football.
Football?
Hanson.
Okay.
Because of our win streak against them. Just something about not losing that makes me play extra hard.
Okay.
So
keep it going.
Yeah. And then baseball, probably be some of the harder teams. Probably like we played St. Amant, which I like playing them because it was like they had some tall
5A.
Yeah, 6'5" guys that were throwing like 92.
Cole Poirier was one of them last year. Yeah. And they almost won it all.
Yeah.
Y'all hung pretty tight with them?
Oh, no.
No?
But I like playing against them.
Competition, right?
Yeah.
Brings out the best in you. Look, good luck to you. This is Caleb O'Con. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Whether it's baseball, football, student somewhere in college, but I've got a feeling you'll be playing baseball somewhere. I know the Colonels know who you are, Nicholls State, and I'm sure a lot of the other schools will be. Now they know who he is today. Now when we come back, we're going to bring one of his teammates on. We've still got 2 more teammates, and we'll go ahead and be right back.
Be sure to take your car and truck for all your tire needs to Trez & Care Tire Company located in Central. Call 331-8144. Family owned and operated. It's 1971. That's 331-8144. Gros Savon Lodge, the true sportsman's paradise. Gros Savon Lodge has fresh and saltwater fishing, alligator hunting, waterfowl hunting, and eco tours located south of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Give them a call at 337-598-2357. That number to call again is 337-598-2357, and have the time of your life.
Welcome back. We've got the Central Catholic show going. We have Coach Grogan later. We're going to brag about Patterson, but Central Catholic is where he's the head coach now. Well, we have another great player joining us, and here's a guy that doesn't get the love because he's not listed as a D1 recruit or 1AA, but when you turn the tape on, this guy's an animal. Andrew Cavalier. Andrew, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
When you turn the tape on and watch your team play last year, I mean, you're like a heat-seeking missile making tackles. Then you play offensive tackle. Then you long snap. What don't you do for Central Catholic High School?
I do whatever he needs me to do.
Just dedication. You love the game. It looks like you love it. I mean, you play with intensity.
Yes, sir.
A lot of guys don't. What is your big thing when the game starts? Are you just psyched in to like I'm on 60 minutes of just I'm gonna make the other team pay, or
Play till the clock's out.
That's incredible, man. We need more kids like you playing like that. Tell everybody how big you are, because you're an offensive tackle for your team.
5'10", 200 pounds, and
Playing O-line.
play with a lot of heart.
A lot of heart, but they need you at fullback. You can do that. You long snap. You play linebacker. You can play a little up DN if needed. College, man, would you walk on as a fullback and bulk up? Because we're going to talk about how strong you are in a minute, but would you consider that?
Yes, sir.
Because, I mean, a couple of hamburgers, you're 210. All of a sudden, you're a 5'10 fullback, H-back. Because H-back's like the new thing now. You know, you can be a tight end, H-back, fullback. Now, you're a power lifter, Coach just told me.
Yes, sir.
And I knew you were strong because of the way you play the game. But tell everybody about bench press, squat, clean. But tell me some of your maxes and start with bench press. What do you think you can do September?
Around September, I could probably do 255 for bench press.
Not bad. What about squat max?
450.
450?
Yes, sir.
You realize what 450 is, audience, for 205 pounds? 200 pounds? What about clean?
Probably about 250.
250? Wow. So where'd you rank in the state as a power lifter for your size?
For my weight class, I was second in the state.
Second. There you go, man. There you go. Now, do you work out a lot, or are you just naturally strong?
Naturally.
So what do you want to, what's your goal for powerlifting your senior year?
Win state.
Win state. You were second this past year.
Yes, sir.
Now, the guy that was first, how much of a difference was it?
He had probably about 30 pounds, but he was a senior.
Okay. So he had a year on you.
Yes, sir.
What do you like most about football?
And it's just fun to me.
What do you like playing for Coach Grogan? What's it like playing for him?
He keeps it fun. He's our age. He knows what we like and what we like to do.
Young coach.
Yes, sir.
I saw him play at Patterson. He was pretty good back in the day. Did he ever tell you that?
Mm-hmm. We showed some film last year.
Showed some film. What was he scoring, or making tackles, or
Interceptions.
interceptions? Okay. Any pick sixes?
I don't think we've seen any.
Just saw technique, how to do it.
Yes, sir.
He had a few. I mean, Grogan was all state. He was pretty good. What do you think y'all got to do this year as a team at Central Catholic to try and get back to semifinals or state championship game? Because y'all are close every year. And then y'all get to the second round. I mean, everybody's good. But what do you think the goals are this year for the team?
Build up our secondary for defense.
What about depth coming up behind the starters?
We have a lot of young guys that coming up this year.
What about your big O-line? What do you think of them?
We had a solid O-line last year. If we could keep it up, we lost 2 seniors last year and need people to step up and fill in their spots.
What do you think of Tylen Hollins? We didn't mention him earlier.
He's a
All-state guy coming back.
good athlete.
Offense, defense. Jack LePere, we mentioned. Gregory Hammer. Vernon Singleton, we mentioned. Ethan Wiggins. You and Ethan are pretty similar in talent.
Yes, sir.
Y'all both pretty tough
About
guys.
the same size.
Do y'all ever do Oklahoma drill in practice?
Yes, sir.
No? What do you want to achieve this year as a senior coming up in football?
First team All-State and hopefully a state championship.
There you go. Now, do you want to play college ball, or do you just
Absolutely.
you want to play?
Yes, sir.
Other sports, what do you play?
Powerlifting and baseball.
What do you play in baseball?
Outfield, first base.
Okay. Okay, what are you better at, first base or outfield?
Outfield.
Better defensive guy or hitter?
Probably defense.
Defense? That's pretty good, though. It's hard to find a good defensive first baseman. But I really think you could switch to fullback, too, for like a lot of kids in that 200 range. College scouts, they see you as a tackle, but your toughness shows me that you can move to fullback, because if you were not needed at tackle, it's probably where you'd play for coach, right? Look, good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
That was Andrew Cavalier, going to be a senior at Central Catholic High School. Never leaves the field, does everything but give out the Gatorade. Great player, power lifter. We'll be back. We've got one more Central Catholic player to interview, and then Coach Grogan will join us, and we'll be able to talk about Central Catholic through the eyes of Coach Grogan. We'll be right back.
Gage has served Louisiana for over 40 years. Let Gage create a custom tailored solution for your business and become your partner in technology. Give them a call today at 225-753-4243 and help your business get better connected with Gage. Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Welcome back. Lee Brecheen, host of the Sports Scouting Report. I hope you're enjoying the show. We got the Central Catholic High School team almost here. We got 3 of the top players. And then Coach Grogan will be on later on, the head coach who played at Patterson High School. And we're going to go ahead and talk about one of the best players on the team who joins us, one of the top players in the state, DeMondrick Blackburn. Thank you for joining us, man. Running back.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I think you're one of the top running backs in the state. Now, I've never been one, and Coach Grogan will tell you this probably, is that I grew up in the 70s and 80s, so I look at the game to where either you can play at a high level or you can't. You're a high-level guy. I mean, 6 foot, 220 maybe,
yes,
225, can run, got power, you got vision, you're durable, you got good hands. I mean, what else do you need, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you got the whole package. You just need to have a great senior year, and I think everybody will be flocking to your door, as they say. What do you think about the senior year coming up? You're the guy. I mean, you're the guy they feed at running the ball. Any game that sticks out to you last year, DeMondrick, that where you had maybe 150, maybe almost 200 yards? You had a few good games last year. Or a couple of games that stick out to you?
McKinley and Ville that we have played, and Abbeville, them 3.
And you told me you don't have a favorite college.
No.
You got favorite running backs.
Yeah.
So you like Saquon Barkley with the Giants,
Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry.
Penn State alum, and then McCaffrey's a Stanford alum. You like Stanford, Penn State, or you just like them?
I just like the player.
Okay.
How they play, how they move.
The style?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Built like you a little bit?
Nah. I
No?
don't think so.
Well, they're both about 215, 220.
Yeah, I think Saquon bigger though.
How big is he now? 230?
Wait a second.
He needs to stay healthy, though.
Yes, sir.
The Giants need a quarterback. Because you got a good quarterback. Without a quarterback, it makes your job a little tougher. I don't think the Giants will win more than 5 games, but I think I'd love to see him play in New Orleans. What do you think?
Maybe so.
Him and Alvin Kamara, maybe?
Alvin Kamara. Yeah.
What do you think? Good tandem?
Probably so.
Fournette, if he keeps gaining weight, he might be with the Saints pretty soon. Huh?
Yeah. Might be a fullback.
Might be a fullback, huh? What do you need to work on?
I need to work on. I think balance and more flexible. So like when people hit me, I can take them hits and like go side to side and stuff like that.
Now this is a lean 220-pound kid. I mean that's a compliment to you because a lot of guys can't carry 220, and you've got the height, 6 foot tall. You got a nickname which is crazy because you grew out of being a big kid, right? You told me when you were a baby.
Yes, sir. I was fat.
And that's your nickname?
Yes, sir.
And you're smiling, so it's okay, right?
Yes, sir.
But you grew into this stud big running back. But who named you that? Was it your mom? Your dad?
My mom.
Your mom?
My great grandma. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Big baby, huh?
Yes, sir.
I asked you earlier, were you like 12, 13 pounds when you were born or something?
I don't know. They just thought, I asked them how I got the nickname. They said I was fat as a child. So.
Well, this is a lean, big kid right here that can run the ball. What would you like to say to Coach? I mean, Coach is here. He's going to come on after you, but
He a great coach, you know. He taught me a lot and stuff like that. Tell me the truth, show me what it is in real life, you know.
So when recruiting heats up and you have a great senior year, about mid-year, all these colleges start flocking around. How do you think you'll handle that once you get some D1 schools on you? How do you think that'll? Are you ready for that? You ready for when they start coming?
Yes, sir.
And you're open to living anywhere, or would you like to stay close to home?
I'm open to live anywhere. Yeah. Every face the opportunity.
If LSU came calling, you would be open to them too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. LSU's had some great running backs. Joseph Adai. You know, you got Jeremy Hill. You've had Kevin Falk, Leonard Fournette, Stevan Ridley was a great player at LSU from Mississippi. They've had 18, almost 19 NFL running backs. Isn't that crazy?
Yes, sir.
Alabama and LSU, I think, lead the NFL with running backs that have played the last 10 years in the league. So what does Barkley remind you of for yourself? Anything? Like your game?
Not really.
No? You just like him?
Yeah, I just like him.
Running back. Who's your favorite NFL team?
Favorite NFL team I had to choose?
Do you have one?
What was it?
You watch the NFL a lot?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit. I was to focus on myself and like what I can do to get better.
What do you think about being a big guy? What is your biggest thing about? Because I know you got a good burst for a big guy, but do you need to work on like top end speed to finish, or do you want to maybe straight arms or anything you want to work on this year?
Top end speed to finish, definitely.
Okay. What do you run? I told you this. You look 4.5 on the field, but you time what, around 4.6?
Yes, sir.
Which is moving for a guy at 220. I mean, Fournette ran 4.55 at 225 for the combine. I think he ran a 4.59 at 228. Well, man, good luck to you. I mean, you want to do a shout out to anybody before we go? You want to talk about anybody that's made a mark on your life?
My coach, definitely. He made a big mark when he came in. My mom, my quarterback, my offensive line right there.
Half of them are here today.
Yeah, just everybody around me make a great impact on my life and push me hard every day.
You gonna try and help your team win a district championship this year
Yes, sir.
and beyond?
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you, DeMondrick.
Good luck to you, too. Thank
One
you.
of the top running backs in Louisiana. Keep an eye on this kid. He's going to be a senior. He's got all the tools to be great. Look forward to seeing him play this year. We'll be back with Coach Grogan, the head coach at Central Catholic, former Patterson High School great. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
If you need a paint job or repairs to your vehicle, go see Medine's Collision Center located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on Kincaid Avenue. The number to call is 357-7983. That's 357-7983. Your Baton Rouge Accident Advisors. Be sure to take your car and truck for all your tire needs to Treads and Care Tire Company located in Central. Call 331-8144. Family owned and operated. It's 1971. That's 331-8144.
Welcome back, Lee Brecheen. I hope you enjoyed the 3 football players from Central Catholic, 3 leaders. You know, one's a big-time D1 player in football, one is possibly a D1 in baseball, and another one just needs an opportunity, who's undersized but plays wherever coach needs him.
That's right.
And he's got a chance to sign. I think he could be a walk-on fullback, the Cavalier kid who came on last. But we now have the head coach from Central Catholic, C.L. Grogan.
How you doing today, Mr. Lee?
Appreciate you, man, being here today.
Sir, it's a pleasure to be back.
I'm getting really, really old watching you play from way back in the day at Patterson in the Lumberjacks.
Yes.
You know, Kenny Hilliard, Dalton Hilliard, Ike Hilliard, the Hilliard family, Mike Calais. You were talking about Blair Irvin early, who was a big-time player.
Yes.
You played there, and you were part of intensity, and I see that in your coaching. And I say that as a compliment, meaning you bring the energy.
Yes.
And
Yes,
when
sir.
Tommy Minton was there, and even before Tommy, everybody was focused at Patterson. I mean, you would get hit like.
Yeah. It was a beautiful time.
You would earn your stats against Patterson.
You had to earn the right to wear that Darth Vader helmet.
And I see that rubbing off where you, as a coach now at Central Catholic, Am I right with saying this? Am I,
Yes, sir. I mean, I came up under the right caliber of coaches. I came in the game under Coach Midden, Chad Blanchard, Coach Mark Millett, hard-nosed, old-school guys of coaching. Their big thing is they're huge on discipline. So everywhere I go, I'm gonna always be huge on discipline. Huge on discipline, huge on structure.
and then you balance. I like your offense. You run and pass a little bit. I know you brought.
Well, yeah, we're a little more multiple, a little bit more balanced this year, moving forward. We could jump in the spread whenever we need to. We also have the option to jump in double tight if we need to. That's what kind of gives us the advantage going forward in year two. Me and my coaches, we sit around all the time just thinking of ways we could get better offensively and defensively.
Some famous people to come out of Morgan City. A lot of these people I don't know, but a lot of baseball players that come out. Bill Burgo, from way back, man, 1919 to 1988. Another baseball player, Sid Gotro, not the sheriff in Baton Rouge, Sid Gotro, but Sid Gotro from Morgan City. And then State Senator Anthony Garisco.
Okay, Mr. Garisco.
Mark Hall. I think of Mark Hall. I think of Patterson.
Mark Hall from Patterson.
He was a great All-American lineman at Patterson, but also is a Mark Hall football player from Central Catholic from Morgan City. And Charles DeGravelis, a Louisiana State chairman, another state representative, Carla D'Artes, a lot of politicians from Morgan City. I mean, a lot of these I don't know. Eddie Dyer, Major League Baseball player, heard of him, St. Louis Cardinals. Coach, what is it with the baseball? Your whole team plays baseball.
Yes, my whole team plays baseball. We actually don't do spring football because of that. And I always encourage my guys to make sure that they're playing other sports, and that when they're playing other sports, they do it to the best of their abilities.
Talk about your three guys that we had on, Coach. We're going to start with DeMondrick Blackburn, your running back. He looks the part. He's got all the tools. You've been around Kenny Hilliard.
Yes.
You were around, you saw Jeremy Hill play.
Yes.
You've been around the big backs. What do you think of your guy, DeMondrick?
DeMondrick possesses something. He's very athletic. What DeMondrick didn't talk to you guys about is how he's an all-state basketball player also. So a lot of his football movements, they come from the basketball court. He's been taking a great job of taking care of his body this summer. He's really bulking up. He's really working on his speed. He's really working on his quickness. He's working all over on his explosiveness. We're actually getting ready to get geared up to go to the pro football camp at Nichols this Friday. That'll be the last camp that he'll be attending this summer. So he's been focused on that the last few weeks to try to correct some things that he might have not did correctly at a few other camps that we visited this summer.
And Coach, you were around Kenny Hilliard at Patterson. He's more lean than Kenny.
Yeah.
He carries his weight.
Kenny
really
was
good.
Kenny was a little bigger. Kenny was a little bigger boned than DeMondrick.
But boy, he's lean for 220.
Yeah, he looked good. He looks real good. Like I said, he takes really good care of his body. And that's one thing a lot of youngsters, you have to really encourage them and talk to them daily about their nutrition. Once we talk to them about their nutrition, we get them on their set workout plans, and they set workout programs with Coach Zach Case, and they just go. And like I said, he puts the right things into his body. He stays away from the cokes. I'm trying to encourage him, just to only drink water. I'm not real big on Powerade and all that other stuff either. A lot of sugar in that stuff. But I'm real big on making sure my guys stay watered up.
Lean and strong.
Right. And then, protect them. We do a lot of things in the afternoon, try to beat the heat. I want my guys to keep all the weight that they can, going forward.
And if he does what he's supposed to do his senior year, he's D1 all day.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
He's a diamond
yes,
in
sir.
the rough.
We just gonna leave it in the Lord's hands.
Yeah.
We just gonna let one of those things happen. It's just something we gonna focus on, what we need to focus on for our season, and securing us a district championship and securing us another first-round playoff game at home.
Coach, Caleb was on your quarterback, O'Con. What do you think of him being your quarterback?
Caleb O'Con, that's my guy. Me and Caleb have a lot of private conversations just because he's my quarterback, but he's a leader, natural born, true. The guys move when he move. When he talks, they listen. He might be one of the shortest guys in the huddle, but when he gets to the huddle, and he speaks, all eyes on him.
Command.
All eyes on him. And the same thing rolls over to his other sports, you know, like in baseball. Same thing. He's a big-time leader out there for him in baseball.
That's why he's your quarterback.
That's exactly why he's my quarterback. And he's smart.
Yeah.
You know, he takes it home with him. My offensive coordinator has meetings with my quarterbacks at like 6 in the morning sometimes before school. Caleb's always there, even with the younger quarterbacks. Making sure that they're doing what they got to do, making sure they're doing their proper individual drills like they're supposed to be doing, like their coaches out there with them.
Yeah.
That's why I like Caleb so much, and I hold him to a higher standard than a lot of the rest of my kids on my team.
What do you think of Andrew?
Andrew.
Does everything for you.
That's Iron Man for me. I could ask Andrew to go punt. He'd be like, all right, coach, I just need a few practices at it, just a few snaps.
Long snapping,
he already long snapped.
So
he might long snap it to himself and then go back there and catch it and punt it off. I could put Andrew back there to do kickoff return if I wanted to, I feel like. It's just anything that comes up, any situation that comes up. You might see Andrew at fullback.
And because of his grit, he could be a walk-on fullback, one double.
Because of his grit, he could be a walk-on anything he wants.
Yeah. What do you think of? We're talking about Ethan Wiggins earlier. We're talking about Elijah Brown. Your big
Ethan Wiggins. Ethan Wiggins had a really good season for us at the defensive end position. Another baseball guy also.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Ethan to continue being consistent and actually having a little bit more free will this year with it being his second season as a full-time starter this year. And he wears my number. He wears number 13. So
that helps. Ja'Cory Johnson's got a chance to blossom, 6'4", 265.
Yes, Ja'Cory Johnson has also been having a tremendous summer. He was actually a little bit heavier than that. He was also up to like 280 something. He leaned up real good. He got with some of his trainers this summer. He took his nutrition. He took his training serious this summer. Ja'Cory dropped close to 35 pounds. He's looking good. He's flexing in the mirror. He's showing his biceps and things.
That's not something you see with linemen.
He's getting. That's not something you see with linemen. But it's a confidence thing that he needs, and I'm happy that we're now seeing that out of him. I'm expecting Ja'Cory Johnson to have a really good year for him and pick up some late offers.
You got some young guys, Gregory Hammer, who's done a good job. He's
Gregory Hammer. He was a freshman for me this year. Came in strong. We had some injuries early, and we turned him into a full-time start as a freshman.
I want to mention this name. I didn't mention him yet, Coach. Thomas Nene.
Thomas Nene, big-time will linebacker for me. Last year was his first year starting.
Punter, too.
Punter also.
38-yard average.
38-yard average. Also is a power lifter. Also just encouraging him. He looks good, too. He has a great offseason this season. Great offseason. He's bulked up really good. I'm expecting him to have a big-time season this year for us at linebacker with his second year as a starter for us.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have one more segment with Coach. We're going to talk about the district, Coach, when we come back. Talk about the other teams. We'll be right back.
Gros Savon Lodge, the true sportsman's paradise. Gros Savon Lodge has fresh and saltwater fishing, alligator hunting, waterfowl hunting, and eco tours located south of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Give them a call at 337-598-2357. That number to call again is 337-598-2357, and have the time of your life. Gage has served Louisiana for over 40 years. Let Gage create a custom-tailored solution for your business and become your partner in technology. Give them a call today at 225-753-4243 and help your business get better connected with Gage.
Welcome back, Lee Brecheen, the Sports Scouting Report. We've got Coach back, CL Grogan. They call him CL. Patterson Lumberjack grad, was a great player for them. Played a little D, played a little O, played everywhere for Coach Minton, and now he's the head coach at Central Catholic. Coach, the district's tough. The teams that used to be solid are now better, like Hanson's even better than they've been in the last few years.
Hanson's a lot better.
I mean, y'all play teams like Ascension Episcopal. I mean, there's a lot of teams in that area. ERAF's even good. I mean, everybody is really good between Morgan City and Lafayette. I mean, all the small towns.
Morgan City, Opelousas. You can even go further back to Thibodeau Homer area, all the way to Opelousas now.
I mean, everybody.
Everybody's stretching out. Everybody's advancing. Everybody's getting better. Within our district, last year VC got us. They were the district champions last year.
They're always good.
They're always good. Coach Prejean doing a great job with those guys. And I know he's going to have them ready to defend the title again this year. We also have a new team in the district. The Generate Tigers was added to our district, so it makes us a 7-team district
They're
now.
talented.
They're very talented. Coach CC has been doing a good job, developing that team over the last few years, and I think he's finally getting them to where he want to be. We have Covenant Christian out of the Homer area. They're a sneaky team. They fought with us for 4 quarters last year. And they really don't have the depth as a lot of the teams, but they got the talent. That's another baseball school also within the district.
All the kids know one another.
All the kids know one another, which is a good thing, because I love for our kids to get out and meet and greet each other, and also not to compete against each other. But when after the game's over with, let everything go and they can still be friends outside of sports.
And when you talk about Generate, and I mean, you're not far from Franklin and all those, it's right all there.
Right, everything's about 5 minutes apart.
Berwick, Morgan City High.
Yes, sir, right down 90.
Everything. And you're not far from your hometown.
Not far from my hometown, I'm just across the bridge. I actually still stay in Patterson, Louisiana.
It'd take you, 10, 15 minutes to get to
probably 8, depending on how the state troopers are.
8? That's nothing. That's nothing.
Yes, sir.
Now, I got to ask you this. You still talk to any of your ex-Patterson teammates?
Always.
Y'all had a great run over
Always. Anytime we're not playing or we have a Thursday game, I'm going to make sure I go check out the Jacks on a Friday if they're in town. I have a younger nephew that plays for the Lumberjacks. I have tons of relatives that still play for Lumberjacks, and will always still support the Patterson Lumberjacks.
A lot of great players come out of Patterson, and this year they're loaded again.
Yes, sir. This year they're loaded. They got a lot of returning starters. They just put a few good guys in college this past season. I'm pretty sure Coach Lockhart talk to you guys about that whenever he gets a chance to. He did a good job with those guys over there this year, keeping them focused, keeping the ball rolling, still getting guys in school. That's the big thing, just trying to give kids an outlet, an opportunity to experience different things. Give them a chance to get out of the country and go see something. I
remember seeing Central Catholic 3 years ago play at Ascension Catholic, and that was a war.
Yeah, always going to be a war with AC.
AC's got a good team this year. Ascension Catholic does.
AC.
Coach, go ahead.
AC, they got us this year in the playoffs. We had them the first round of the playoffs. So we're looking forward to matching up with them again. We get a chance to in the playoffs, redeem ourselves a little bit.
Coach C.L. Grogan, Central Catholic High School coach. Anybody you want to thank for you getting into coaching? I know you mentioned Minton earlier, but anybody else that had an impact on your life?
My family. A lot of my uncles. My grandparents had 18 kids, 12 boys, 6 girls. So the Grogan family is pretty big in Patterson. So it's out to my family, my kids, my wife. It's all for them. Especially my mom, my dad. The good Lord bless them to be in the situation that they are in, so they could take care of my kids. Where I'm able to come out and coach and help other people raise their kids. Teaching the game of football and understand how the game of football could really lead you for the game of life. And it could bring you a lot of good friendships, meet a lot of nice people along the way, and have a lot of good friendships to cherish for life.
And if you don't go pro or college, you go become a coach. Like you did. I mean, you're coaching young guys, helping them like they were helping you when you were coming up. Coach Minton's son's a coach too, Coach?
Yes, Coach Kobe Mitten's over at St. John and Plaquemine.
Played at Patterson.
Coach Kobe's over at St. John and Plaquemine. We're also going to get a chance to see them Wednesday. We're going to go to the quick slant 7-on-7 over in St. Thomas More and Lafayette, go over there and have a little fun. Hopefully we might run into Coach Kobe and St. John and those guys, but every time we hook up, it's always like a family reunion. Like you say, Coach Kobe played for his dad. Offensive line at Patterson back in the day, and Kobe was a freshman my senior year when we made it to the state championship game.
I went to a game, and it was, I can't remember the year, but Brock Landry was a quarterback. He was a senior.
Yes.
and Kobe was blocking for him. You had graduated already.
Yes, I was probably already at Northwestern
That was a
State
heck of a
playing
quarterback.
ball.
People forget how good Brock Landry was.
Yes, Brock Landry was one of the quarterbacks from Powell High School. We also had Justice Jones come through, who had tremendous seasons for us. We had Terrence Johnson come through, had tremendous seasons for us also at quarterback at Powell High. So along with running backs that come through Powell High, we've had a few quarterbacks and a couple great defensive backs come through also.
Yeah, when we were talking about Blair Irvin and IQ, they don't
Blair
get better
Irvin,
than
you got Terrence Tank Colley, you got Dexter O'Quinn,
Ivory Hilliard.
Ivory Hilliard. You have Nehemiah Augustus, who was
Mark
one
Hall.
of the best
Augustus
athletes
went to
I've
Memphis.
coached. Yes, Nehemiah Augustus is one of the best athletes I've coached when I was at Powell High School. Him and Trayvon Stewart, who had an awesome career at the University of Houston while he was
That
there.
Augustus class had 3 receivers go deep.
Yes, Michael Jones, who ended up going to Oklahoma, actually ended up playing in a big bowl game over there at Oklahoma. And he ended up transferring to Tulane and then finishing his career at the University of Tulane.
And the third one they had was Dalen, who went track.
Dalen Charlotte, he signed with Alabama, won him a national championship with Alabama. Then transferred to the University of Kansas, finished up his career at the University of Kansas, graduated, now he's living his life.
Not bad for a small school.
Not bad for a small school.
And I don't remember one high school have 3 D1 players go Power 5 in 1 year.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
we also
maybe had Nicole.
a few years before that, we had Lorenzo Lightfoot, who's also not Lorenzo Lightfoot, my bad. Lorenzo Phillips, who went to LSU.
Yeah.
And then transferred out after finished up at Florida State. And then we had Lightfoot,
Went to UL.
who went to UL, who is also now coaching at Patterson High School.
He was a big guy,
Yes,
about
coach.
6'1", 250, could run.
One of the most hard-nosed linebackers I ever coached in my life.
He was granite, block of steel, big old guy.
Yes, sir.
He was a D1 linebacker in high school, looked like a college linebacker. Coach Grogan, thank you, man.
All right, no, thank you, Mr. Lee.
Appreciate you coming down.
Good seeing you again.
Central Catholic's going to have a great year. They got a lot of good kids. Go support them, whether it's Thursday night, Friday night, or whenever they play.
Whenever we play.
Go support them. We'll be right back. Excuse me, we're going to end the show. I'm saying coming right back, but I want to appreciate everybody coming on today. Go to YouTube to watch our show. You can also go to Podbean, is where we have the show, or wherever you get your podcast. And you can go to also our website, lafootballmagazine.com. If you're a mom or dad watching, the new magazine, which will have all these kids in it, and even some other kids for Central Catholic, will come out late August. Go to lafootballmagazine.com. We'll see you on Friday.
Thanks for listening to the Sports Scouting Report podcast with Lee Brecheen.